Welcome to the Alpha Wolf Impact Club. I'm Tim Weintraut, and this is where we shine a light on small companies with big ideas. Our mission here is crystal clear. We want to identify, support, and champion game changers. Those companies that are tackling massive challenges, revolutionizing industries, saving lives, or making us more efficient. For example, today we have Allan Evans of Unusual Machines. Unusual Machines builds high performance US made drone gear. They have Fat Shark goggles, rotor riot parts, driving secure government approved drone tech for defense, racing, and rescue. They're boosting America's drone future with two big plays: a strategic investment in LightPath, an advanced optics company, and a $25 million stake in XTI Aerospace, vertical takeoff aircraft and big time drone distribution with Drone Nerds. UMAC matters because they're building smarter, safer skies, protecting jobs, data, and next generation technology. UMAC, without question, is an impact company. And I'm going to let Allan tell you more about that in just a moment. This is not to be taken as investment advice. I am not a certified financial planner. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. I encourage everyone to do their own due diligence. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Allan Evans Show.
Part two, I think, of this week.
This used to be Alpha Wolf Capital, but we're going to just call it the Allan Evans Show from now on.
Dude, Tim and Allan. It's better. A little reminiscent of a 1990s comedy legend, Tim Allen.
Yeah,
we just put an and in there.
We just did a thing, and it was, a long one again.
It was.
I know.
This will be a short one. We're committed to under 3 hours.
But you had news, which I thought was awesome news and interesting news, right?
Yeah, we did a big investment in a company.
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Sure. So XTIA, Scott over there, he's a good guy. They just bought Drone Nerds, and they're going to raise some money around it. Now, Drone Nerds is like the biggest commercial distributor of drones in North America. They're huge. They're doing like 100, 120 million in revenue. They're profitable. Jeremy over there is great. So they were acquiring that company for $40 million. And what's really interesting about this deal is there's no way we could acquire them for $40 million because XTI has got a market cap like 45. And so when you look at the stock appreciation value for the owner of Drone Nerds, it's real, right? Like this thing goes to a $500 million market cap. Boom, he's 10x on his 19.9%. Reminded me a lot of when we combined Fat Shark with Red Cat Holdings. Right? We were doing more revenue. We did it at a discount. We uplisted, got some stock. It worked out great. But so people are like, oh, why wouldn't you buy Drone Nerds? First, not the same. We're trading a little better. We're in a position. We don't offer the same like rip roaring upside. But what was great is we were able to go in because, hey, we'd have done it for $40 million. They're an awesome company. They're in pole position there. But so they were looking to raise some money to help expand this and stuff. And I was thinking about it and, talking to those guys and talking internally, and we realized we couldn't just be an investor. We had to do the whole round. And we had to do the whole round because either it's going to work and it's a great investment, love those guys, be super supportive, or let's say the market hates it. Well, I'm halfway to owning it and I'll get the rest at a discount. And I'd love, would we put Drone Nerds in with Rotor Riot and have, $100+ million in revenue? And then with DJI being moved out of the market in January, DJI beats up everybody's margins and also makes it a little easier for companies to kind of know what they're going to buy. Once they're gone, Drone Nerds becomes even more important in the marketplace because people need training. They need to go figure out the solution, but also margins get better.
Right.
So like this big revenue company is about to enter a place where customers need them more as the sales guys, and they're going to get better margins than what they've been squeezed down to. And they already figured out how to be profitable. So either it works, which I expect it to, or I get to buy it at a discount.
Which is a pretty damn good plan.
I thought so.
Yeah. No,
That's why we did it. And I like those
that
guys.
makes sense, right? I mean,
I thought so. It took me a long time. I was thinking about it. I'm like, can we put $10 million into this deal? And then you're like, well, what if it doesn't work? And I'm like, oh, then I wasn't a good steward of our investors, of our extra capital. I wasn't doing a good job. So I thought, okay, how do you really do it? And then I realized, wait, if it doesn't work, my way out is to just go all the way through.
right.
Right. Did you ever see the movie Gattaca?
Yes. But why?
Okay.
It's not sticking in my head, though.
Long time ago. Long time ago. It's a movie
Yeah.
about the future. I'm a big sci-fi nerd, but the two brothers have a swimming contest. And at one point, like one of the brothers at the very end, it's not going to work. And he wants to turn around. And the other brother's like, no, we're actually closer to the other shore. So if it doesn't work, we're closer to the other shore.
Right.
You just got to, it's how you got to look at it sometimes.
Right. I mean, I looked into them. I've never heard of them until yesterday. And I was like, man, these, and then I look at the VTOL, which I think is also a cool concept. I mean, that's a ways out, right? But
yeah, the VTOL's a way out. They got a bunch of back orders, but like that's the 2029, 2030 story. And what I think it's so soon that people just aren't realizing Drone Nerds is a monster and going to be a monster over the next 2 to 3 years. Like they are already a monster. And so that's just not, and they're an awesome company, and Germany over there is awesome. And like the guys at XTI understand the public markets. They went in and took the shell, and really it's pretty clean. So they've done a lot of work there, and Scott's great. And the VTOL stuff, again, it kind of reminds me of Red Cat, where we came in with Fat Shark and got the initial stuff, but then as part of Red Cat with the Teal drones and the enterprise, that came later and continued to drive value. Here you have this major immediate value driver, but as that kind of levels off, you have this secondary thing now on the horizon, all driven by the next wave of FAA regulation, which is going to come out in like 24 months. So they have major growth drivers with the ban of DJI for the rollover there, and then the FAA changeover where Drone Nerds and then this VTOL thing are going to sit. But again, you don't have to believe my story on the thesis. You have to understand that either that works and is a great investment, or it doesn't work and we'll probably buy Drone Nerds.
Right.
So,
which is still going to be a good thing, right? So, I mean,
yeah. But so for me, I'm fine either way.
They probably would get parts from you, no?
Well, they would maybe prioritize companies that got parts from us.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. We'd be able to do introductions. You're buying parts from us? Oh, we know a great channel partner. These guys are great. Can we introduce you? Wait, do you want to buy parts? Oh, yeah, no, this will work. This will work. And really just helping the whole ecosystem. But, again, our investment being very substantial was because we realized that this is the us being the best stewards of the money and doing the thing that's the safest. Because I was like, we're okay owning the asset.
There you go. All right, listen. I don't want to take up a whole bunch of your time, but I did want to hit this because I thought it was interesting. And I'm excited about it. So I hope everybody else is excited about it as well. And I think there is an opportunity there to pick up. I do want to get you and XTI and do it in an interview. Maybe we'll do that in December sometime, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, that Christmas special we talked about last time. It'd be perfect. Now, but you'll notice the background here is different too. I had to kick a guy out of his office. I'm in the motor factory, so I got to get back to work. But we're cranking out motors. We got a bunch of people here. It's a good time.
All right.
I normally give an impromptu tour, but I don't want to put our guys on the spot like that.
Yeah,
so I'll talk to you later, Tim. We'll keep this one short. Well, this will be the update.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Thank you for tuning in to another CEO interview here at Alpha Wolf Capital. Today we had Allan Evans from Unusual Machines. I hope you enjoyed today's interview, and if you did, do us a favor, give us a like. How about giving us a share? And while you're at it, make sure you smash that subscribe button. All of those things are extremely important to us here at Alpha Wolf Capital, and we appreciate you taking the time to do that. Until next time, stay safe. Alpha Wolf Capital wishes you the very best of success.